Hello everyone, thank you for watching. This is going to be my first ever Halloween tutorial and it's a zombie inspired by The Walking Dead. Enjoy! I already went ahead and cleaned my face with my Garnier Clean Blackhead Eliminating Scrub. And I'm going to prep my face using the L'Oreal Youth Code Texture Perfector Pore Vanisher. Prepping your face before putting on all the makeup, it's just going to add a nice layer in between your skin and all the makeup you're going to go in with. And then I just went ahead and prepped my eyes with my Lorac Eye Primer that I got with my Lorac Pro 2 palette. Now for all the fun to begin. I went ahead and picked up Mink with my big BH blending brush from my Stila Not So Nude palette, and I just went ahead and put that deep into the gut. I just want it to be very deep, very sunk in. I actually went ahead numerous times and had to pick up the color because it is a brown, but it doesn't have red tones, and I figured that would be a great blending color. So I went ahead and did that, and then I went ahead and did that to the other eye as well. And now I'm going in with this small, very dense eye shading brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm picking up black from my Lorac Pro 2 palette, and I'm just putting that all over my eyelid because I did want it to look very dark. I went ahead and did the same thing with the other eye, and then I went ahead and found my eye socket on the bottom, and I went in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. It's the color Black Beans, it's number 601, and I just went ahead and lined it because this is going to be my guide and it's going to help me not to pass this line when I go in with all these other shadows I'm going to go in with right now. In that same big brush from BH Cosmetics, the blending brush, I went ahead and buffed that black bean out upward, like I said, because I wanted it to look very sunk in and very dramatic. The pencil-like brush from BH Cosmetics, I went ahead and picked up that color black from my Lorac Pro 2 palette, and I just went ahead and put it on the inner lower corners just to go ahead and give more definition and make my eye sockets look more sunk in, because I felt like the black didn't do as much as I wanted to, so I just went ahead and hit the inner and the outer lower corners. Now using my BH Cosmetics 26 color neutral eyeshadow and blush palette, I picked up this purpley brown color with a bunch of red tones. It actually looks kind of maroonish, and I just went ahead and placed this over that black bean that I just went in with. I forgot to mention that I was using the blending brush from Sigma, the E25 blending brush, but then I also went ahead and with that same brush I picked up the color Thrash from my Urban Decay Electric palette, and I felt it was looking a little too much red tone, so I went ahead and added that. And after blending those two colors out with my E25 brush, I felt like I had lost the depth that I had added when I added the black, so I just went ahead and picked up that same black color with that pencil-like brush from BH Cosmetics, and I just went ahead and added some more depth to my eyes just until I got it to my liking. Then I picked up my Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush, and I just went ahead and blended all around my eyes just to make sure everything was nicely blended together. I didn't want too many harsh lines because, like I said, I did want depth, but I didn't want it to look like I just threw black on my eye or something. I wanted it to be very whimsical. Yes, whimsical, and I just wanted everything to blend smoothly together. Of course, even after blending, I was not satisfied with the way it looked, so I went in again with my E25 blending brush and I picked up the color Slowburn from my Urban Decay Electric palette, and I just went ahead and blended it in the center of my under eyes. And I just put it in because I wanted to add a little bit more depth. And then with that same eye shading brush that I used earlier, I just went ahead and picked up the color Thrash, and I just went ahead and placed that over the black that I put on my eyelid earlier. And I know, believe me, I know there's a lot of steps to getting this eye, but I believe it was so worth it. I mean, to me, it took forever to get it the way I wanted it to be, but it was honestly worth it. And now I'm just going in with an eyeliner. I believe it was from Avon. I honestly do not know because the packaging, like the writing has come off the packaging, so I'm sorry, I do not know. But I just went ahead and lined my upper waterline, my upper lash line, and my lower lash line. I didn't go inside my bottom waterline just because I don't want it to look too dark. I still want it to have that, you know, natural effect of my eyes, and I just went ahead and did that. You can add it any way you want. I honestly did not do it precisely, I just added it on however. And then I went in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Treatment Makeup. Funny short story, I actually picked this up because I thought it was the Instant Age Rewind Concealer. That is why it's so light. It's actually in the color Creamy Ivory, but I guess it works somehow, right? I get to use it for our Halloween tutorials now. And then I went in with the cream white makeup that came with my zombie kit, and I just added it to the high points of my face. So I added it to my cheekbones, under, well, around my jawline, so under my contour because I want a very sunken contour. And then I went ahead and added it, I don't know, I wanted very pale lips, I guess. I added it to my lips, and then I went ahead and added it around my hairline because that's where I want it to be the darkest when I go in with the purple and green creams that I got with the kit. With that same white cream makeup, I went ahead and added it to the spot where I wanted to add my bite, just to lighten it up so that way it could be much lighter and a lot easier to blend and work with when I go ahead and add the bite. Like I said, I wanted a very sunken face, so I went in with my Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Foundation Stick in the color Coconut, and I just added it to the hollows of my cheeks, up top where I want to add the bruise-like effect, and then under my eyes to make it seem even more sunken, and then I just went ahead and blended it out. With the same purple brown tone from my BH palette, I went ahead and picked up my E40 blending brush and just added that over my cream contour that I added right now, just to get started with adding more dimension to my face and darkening up the places that I wanted to darken up. And then I cleaned off my E25 blending brush and I picked up the color black from my Lorac Pro 2 palette and just added it to my quote-unquote bruise, right? And just to go ahead and get that going. And then I went to this big palette that I got for Christmas a couple years ago from Ulta, and I picked up this green shadow and I just started adding more dimension to my face. I put it in the hollows of my cheeks. So then I went in with my NYX eye pencil in the black shade, and I avoided the area that I wanted to put my bite at, but I just went ahead and put it on the outer edge of my face and down my neck and just blended it in. And I'm using the E25 blending brush again, and of course I picked up that purple brown maroon tone, and I just went ahead and added that over the black bean on my hairline. And then I know that brush is too small to work with on my neck, so I just went ahead and used my Shining Cosmetics brush. It's a bigger brush, and I used that to put it down my neck. Now for the most difficult part of it all. I mean, besides my eyes, blending this cream makeup, the green and the purple one that came in the kit, was super hard. Like, not so much getting it on, but finding the right colors that I wanted, like the right color I wanted on my face. It took me so long, but like I said, it was so worth it. And right here, I'm just going in and blending the green all over my face just to start getting color on it. After about adding 2 layers of that green cream makeup, I went in with this brush from my BH brush kit, and I went ahead and added some black from my Lorac Pro 2 palette to my quote-unquote bruise. Like I said earlier, I wanted to give myself a bruise effect on my forehead, and then I went ahead and added that black to my contour just to darken it up a lot more. So I just went ahead and added it to the hollows of my cheeks. So at this point, I guess I was too anxious and I did not even want to finish like my face first. So I just went ahead and started adding on the adhesive. And what I use is the eyelash glue. I felt like it would work best. I've never worked with adding, you know, cuts or scratches or anything like that, you know, with makeup. I've never played around like that, but I felt like the eyelash glue worked very well. And so what I did is just outline where I wanted the cotton balls to go. And I will say that adding it on with your fingers will work a lot better. I made the mistake of adding it on from the tube and it was just a mess. So once I did that, I did on the piece of cotton balls. And I will say that I feel like I executed it well, but the only thing I would have done different is smooth down the outer edges of the cotton balls once I was done adding it on. And here I honestly can't remember if it was yellow or green eyeshadow, but I believe it was a mixture of both. And what I did is I went in with my bronzing brush and I just applied those two eyeshadows all over my face just to add more dimension. Then after all that wonderful time I spent blending my eyes, making sure I had all the colors that I wanted, I felt like I needed something else. So I went ahead with my BH blending brush and picked up that same red and purple tone brown and just added it and smoked it out even lower than my eye sockets and my eyes, just to make it even more smoky, more deadly, more sunken in eyes. I just wanted that like, you know, I just felt that that was missing, so I went ahead and added it. And like I said, I went crazy with adding so many different color tones to my face. Here I'm adding this purple to my face that came in my zombie Halloween kit, and I just go ahead and add it everywhere, including down my neck, just to define my face even more. I wanted to intensify the look of my bruise on my forehead, so I went ahead and took this black crayon that came in my zombie kit and I just went ahead and outlined it and filled it in lightly. Well, I guess not lightly, but I went ahead and filled it in. After blending out my bruise with the makeup sponge, I just went ahead and got that purple cream makeup from my kit. I just went ahead and dabbed it in the center of the bruise and blended it out as well, like I said, just to add more definition. And now I'm going in with my Revlon Color Stay Lip Liner in the color Wine. I'm just lining my lipstick normal, but not filling them in. It doesn't have to be precise or anything. I mean, if you make a mistake, just clean it with your finger. That's fine. You know, you're a zombie. You're not going to like a beauty pageant or anything. I just went in and filled in my lips with my Milani lipstick. It's in the number 34. It's called Violet Bolt. Just went ahead with that same cream purple makeup that I got from my kit and just diffused the red and the purple around my lips, and it just gave my lips so much more definition, and I just loved the way it looked. Now to start adding all the blood and all the good stuff to my zombie bite. I went ahead with this big fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. I picked up the color Mink, I believe, from my Stila Not So Nude palette, and I just went ahead and darkened it. After adding blood all around, like in the cotton balls, I literally soaked them. All I did was use this Q-tip like little thing that came with the kit, and I just went ahead and dabbed it with the blood that came with the kit. And then I decided to go ahead and glue a piece of toilet paper to the center of my bite to make it look like my skin was rotting. And after I did that, I went ahead and got my E40 blending brush and just darkened the center of the bite again with black from the Lorac Pro 2 palette and Mink. And then with my e.l.f. bronzing brush, I just went ahead and got my NYC bronzer and just bronzed up my face in the places that I felt were the darkest. And then also in my BH palette, there's a color there that's similar to the red and purple toned brown. It's a blush, so I went ahead and picked that up and added that to my face also, and then I just went ahead and blended that all out. After adding blood to the center of my bite, I decided I wanted to go ahead and add some veins as if the infection spread, because I mean, come on, we all know that the infection spreads, right? So I went ahead and picked up that purple cream makeup that came in my kit, and I just went ahead and branched them out literally as if they were tree branches. You know, have you ever seen a tree that doesn't have leaves? Pretty much like that. And I just went ahead and spread them everywhere. Just, you know, just spread it till you get it to your liking, because honestly I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, I didn't go overboard or I didn't underdo it. After drawing on my veins, I decided to diffuse them a bit using that same, yes, that same red and purple brown tone. Like I said, there's a blush that's really similar to it. If it's not the same formula, I'd be very, very, very surprised, because like I said, it's very similar. So I just went ahead and diffused the veins using that blush. It's time for the blood. I just went ahead and just added it everywhere around my bite, not in a precise way at all, just pretty much adding it on. And then I went ahead and added it on my neck as if fingers, you know, the zombies were clawing at me when they bit me, and that's just what I did there. First, I had to go ahead and add some blood around my mouth and around my lips, and then I also went in with that same Q-tip like little tool that came with my kit and made it drip down on each sides of my lips. And now I went in and just sectioned my hair and added a lot of volume to my hair using the L'Oreal Boosted High Lift Creation Spray. This spray is amazing. It'll give you so much volume, but it is super easy to brush your hair out after, and that is what I love about it the most. So I went ahead and did that, and then I also went ahead and added some of this. It's called Color Hairspray. It's just oil, like, you know, just regular spray, and I got it in a gray shade just to make it seem like, you know, I was rolling around in dirt.